Vote 2022. And last week, we took a closer look at the Republican candidates vying for the state's top job. Well, tonight we begin our coverage of the Democratic hopefuls. In an exclusive one-on-one interview with our senior reporter, Tara Rosenblum, Governor Kathy Hochul opens up about her time in office so far.
Kathy Hochul shattered New York's political glass ceiling when she assumed the role of governor last year.
I stand here as the 57th governor.
Just a few weeks after joining us for a wide-ranging hour-long interview at her Yonkers studio, covering topics like the Me Too movement.
Have you ever been touched by it personally?
Uncomfortable, close touching. I was a teenager working in a restaurant, and I didn't know I had any rights. So you put up with a lot, and at the time you don't even think about it. You just kind of smile and move on.
Shortly after that interview, the man at the top of her ticket was embroiled in a sexual harassment scandal of his own.
I never ever meant to offend anyone.
Propelling Kathy Hochul into the governor's mansion.
And we're just getting started, my friends.
Now, in order to stay there, she'll have to win a primary and general election battle with a new running mate from the Hudson Valley. Governor Hochul recently selected Congressman Anthony Delgado as her number 2 after Brian Benjamin was arrested on federal fraud charges.
Information that has now surfaced, I assure you, had we known this, we would have made a different decision at that time.
In her first sit-down interview of the campaign trail, Hochul told me she's never been one to back down from a fight and is proud of the change she's already delivered, no longer in Andrew Cuomo's shadow.
How do you feel you have most changed the culture in the governor's office since you've been there?
We just have a very different philosophy. We don't put people through the ringer. We just say, you know what, we're all on the same team. It's not about who gets credit. It's about getting the work done.
You've been in office a little over 8 months. What is the most rewarding, the most surprising, and the most difficult part of your journey so far?
It is so rewarding when I can show up in a place when people have had so many years of struggle. I think of Mount Vernon, to help deliver $150 million to a community that has endured discrimination.
Difficult?
It was difficult to when we learn about a subway shooting, and I'm a mother, and when I sense that someone is fearful and feeling that anxiety, I go to help heal. That's why I went to the hospital and consoled a woman, an Asian mother who was waiting a word to see if her 16-year-old son was going to lose his hand, and I had the longest hug with her I've ever had in my life.
And what surprised you the most?
How seamless it was to move into this position. So I walked in there and saying, I've got this, and I've got a lot to do. I've got to restore people's faith in government.
Tara Rosenblum, News 12.
To catch the rest of Tara's interview with Governor Hochul, just head to our website, the feature section on news12.com, where you can find the rest of that interview.